Welcome to Berserkable. Today we will be looking at goal achievement again. This is day two of a challenge of Steve Bartlett for goal achievement. So I have 90 days in all to go. So, first of all, let's look at achieving goals and then adaptation, positive mindset, obstacles, prioritizing goals, disciplined effort, mastering skills, goal achievement, and continuous learning. So, yes, there are a number of things you need to know when you want to achieve goals. It's not just going to be one thing, it's going to be a series of things. Now, in summary, we can say the following: achieving goals through adaptation and learning. So, you're not just going to have a goal that you just know from point A to point Z, or from step 1 to step 10, that these are the steps I will take and then I will just achieve my goal. Along the way, you're going to have to adapt, because in today's world, there is nobody who can say they know exactly how they are going to achieve a certain goal. Right. Success requires adapting to the world and learning, not expecting the world to adapt to you. That is where I say that you are going to have to make changes, right? The world is not going to change. You're going to have to change, because at the end of the day, you have a certain goal that you want to achieve, right? So the world don't care, but you care. Continuously sample, observe, work, and change based on what works and what doesn't. So you will get information. Look at what people are saying, what they are saying, how they are saying it. Look at the reactions, look at all those things, and then you change according to that. Then focus on providing value to others, whether through information, education, to give them a transformation. That's always important. Now, overcoming obstacles and maintaining a positive mindset, that is important. So, as you are going through this whole process of goal achievement, it is natural for most people to maybe kind of get into a negative vibe or something, and then they kind of get off target and they feel despondent, waste time, and then it takes them a while before they get back. So you need to be focusing on overcoming obstacles and maintaining a positive mindset. So don't get discouraged by failures of others, or right. Sometimes you look at others and they have failed, and so you think, well, they have failed. So many people have failed. Who am I to think I'm going to succeed? But don't be discouraged by that. Just focus on maintaining a positive and energetic mindset. Right. Avoid wasting time and energy on fear, anxiety, and worry about potential failures. Right. That is just going to waste your time. The way for anybody to achieve a goal is actually decide what it is you want to do and then do those things. And if you need to iterate, then iterate. That's it. Right. Focus on your goals, eliminate distractions, and consistently work towards them. What really stops people from achieving their goals is they get distracted. They don't put the time on the actual goal. If you just keep your time on your goal and you keep working on your goal, eventually, with a few adjustments, making the necessary adaptations where necessary, being flexible, eventually you should succeed. Right. Prioritizing goals and disciplined effort. Right. Treat your goal like a serious degree, cutting out unnecessary distractions and making sacrifices. If you are going to study for whatever it is people study at university and these places, then everybody knows it's important to sacrifice. Everybody knows you must take it very seriously. This is actually how you should take your goal also very seriously. Realize that dedicating time to your goal, especially if it benefits others, it is not selfish, right? So if you think, okay, I'm going to take time out now, isn't this very selfish of me because it is my goal? But so you need to understand why you are doing this goal. Why are you taking up this goal in the first place? Is it only for your benefit? Who else is going to benefit? So consistently work on your goal daily, keeping in mind, um, keeping it in your mind when you wake up and when you go sleep. So that is a very important factor there. Consistently work on your goal daily. Some people work on their goals, then they forget about it. And that is where you fail because you don't have a system of consistently working on your goal. So make sure you do that. Mastering the skills and principles for goal achievement, right? Achieving goals requires mastering essential skills and principles applicable to anyone seeking success. So it doesn't matter who it is, doesn't matter what your goal is. There are specific principles, mindsets that you have to follow. You might have to adapt it to suit your particular goal, but at the end of the day, there are definitely certain principles and strategies or skills that you have to do. You have to implement it. You have to do it. Otherwise, if you leave those out, you're just not going to achieve your goal. It might be seven, it might be six, it might be nine, whatever amount. But at the end of the day, there are certain things you just have to do. Right. So that means you must develop the habits, the routines, and the systems that naturally align with and support your goals. Okay? Cultivate the right mindset, strategies, and principles, and eliminate habits that hinder progress. Continuous learning and adaptation for success. To achieve goals, find people and follow what they have done, then iterate and innovate. So there must be somebody that probably have done what you've done already. Figure out what they did, iterate, innovate, learn. Continuously seek information and adapt based on feedback, but avoid getting overly distracted. Okay, don't go. The important thing is to be busy doing, right? Because at the end of the day, the more you're going to do, the more you're going to learn from the doing. But if you're going to want to figure out this and figure out that most of the time, then you might end up never actually doing anything. So that is important. Thank you very much.